Hi, I'm Richard Adams from Stanton, Virginia. In 2001, I went on a trip with the group Rhythm Road out of Stanton and Wanda Eaves Taylor of the group Wanda and the White Boys. Everybody took cousins, friends, family members. Wanda took her new husband, Brian. I just took my camera, and this is some footage I've got of the Irish people, Ireland, and my good friends. It's a road tour.
It's time to go to Ireland, where all the names start with Mac or O. Well, pack up your bags, close up the stove, round up all your pounds and punts, and put on your best raincoat. We're going to have some fun. Drinking Guinness down at the pubs. Spell it I-R-E-L-A-N-D. Say Ireland, here we come.
Anyway, we're delighted to have from the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia, Wanda Eaves Taylor and Rhythm Road. Give them a warm round.
Thank you.
A security from our
security hedge.
Put up a security hedge. That's very important in these times here in Ireland. We're listening to Clare FM. At least that's what my radio actually says that here. The little digital dial says Clare FM. It's 1252. It's 18 degrees centigrade. This is not, FM. FM. Billy Paul. Mrs. Jones. Yeah, baby. Got some good music. The stations over here play not just radio station here. We have Murphy's Pub. This looks like a little seaside, bayside, almost like a fishing village. I really don't know a lot about it, but it's sort of neat looking. So I'm gonna probably find a place to park here and get my camera out and do a little chit chat. If I can find a place to park, that is. So. What?
Town Connor.
Okay, and where were you born? What county were you born in?
It was not a town, the country. I wasn't born in the town at all.
Okay, yeah, and what year were you born?
1916.
1916.
Yeah.
So you're 85 years old, 86?
Yeah, 85.
85 years old.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And where have you lived in your lifetime?
Well, I lived in, it was a country place, not a town, but in a country place where I was born.
Yeah.
I was not born in town.
Yeah. Did your parents speak Gaelic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Were they farmers or fishermen, or what did they do for work?
Herdsmen, sheep.
Sheep.
Yeah, herdsman.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Called a shepherd.
A shepherd?
Yeah.
Were you a shepherd, or what did you do?
Yes, I was.
Shepherd your whole life?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Lived on a farm, huh? Yeah. How many acres was your farm?
A mountain. It was all a mountain. Sheep in the mountain, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a shepherd. And were you ever? Let's see. Let me think of something else to ask you. Family? You have a family?
No, I never married.
Never married?
No.
Okay, me neither. Never married.
Yeah, you are.
And do you come down here? How much do you come down here? Are you visiting or do you live here?
I'm in an old folks home now.
Okay.
An old folks home.
Okay. All right. All right. Anything else you want to say to anybody in America?
No, I haven't too much to say, no.
buddy.
Yeah, Richard.
So tell me about Ireland so far. What day is it?
Today,
Friday.
Today is Friday the 29th, I think.
29th?
Yeah.
What have you done so far?
A lot.
Yeah, like what did you do yesterday?
Just found some licorice toffee today.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
Well, we got here to Shannon. We rode a. How did we get up to? Rode up to Westport, Brian and Wanda. We played in Westport. We played in Castle Bar actually, which is close to Westport, and then we played another night in a bar called the Railway Tavern in Westport itself. Then Brian and Wanda took us to across the country to Dublin, and we spent the night in Port Marnock there in a hotel, a real expensive hotel.
How much it cost you, Ed?
It cost £40 a person.
Whoa, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, it was to me.
Me and my buddies were traveling people. We've got so many trips that we can recall. We spend those Irish pounds all the way from Washington to Donegal, and down among the reeds and rushes, a baby girl.
The thing I remember the most and best, we got a meal in Westport at O'Connor's family restaurant. It wasn't a, we've eaten in a lot of pubs here, but it was at O'Connor's, and what it was potatoes that were lumpy. They were sort of mashed, but they weren't really mashed, like creamy, and peas, big peas. I mean, it would take just about 6 of these peas to make a bushel. They were really big peas, and that was the best meal that I've had so far.
Well then, they stopped us on the way in, and you know how they send everything through the X-ray. They stopped it, and they didn't say anything, and Jim said, "Well, that's an accordion," and the guy says, "Yeah, I know." And they let it come on through, and he handed it to him, and he says, "It's okay to bring it in, but just don't play it."
So don't tell him.
I met a girl from Tennessee, she said her name was Dinah.
Oh, yeah?
Another girl named Jenny Lee from down in Carolina. I know 2 twins from Arkansas, their hair is red and curly. I met them all and I met their pa, and they were kind of squirrely. Back in the woods where the rabbits run, that's where we go to have some fun. Me and the girls know what to do. I met a girl from Tennessee, she said her name was Dinah. Another girl named Jenny Lee from down in Carolina.
Most exciting musical experience, I'd say, it might have been in Westport there at that first night, the second night we were in Ireland. We played at a bar in Westport and had a real nice session with some local musicians. It was memorable because it was more than a jam session. It really had sort of an organization to it. We all kind of knew what we were doing, and I got to call most of the tunes, and that's why it was so good. My great-grandparents came from Ireland. My great-grandmother came from Ballylongford, which is not too far from Listowel. And my great-grandfather came from Castletown Beer, down on Bantry Bay.
say you're trying to cross the street, they'll stop. Where in America, they'd just drive like right over you.
Yeah.
I'd like to go see a soccer game or rugby.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. We're heading toward, where are we going, buddy? Donegal, yeah. Going to Donegal, following the Thomases here, walking up sidewalk. I'll do a little view to the left here. This is called Barunian or something like that. Anyway, it's a little beach town. And they're gonna play about, what time we play, Jim? 5 o'clock, it's about 8 till 5. Jim's tuning up here. Sort of feel like I'm watching the Sound of Music happen right here. And of course, there's Wanda out of Africa. Yes. Yes.
This is an Irish hat.
Oh, an Irish hat. So this festival goes on from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's Saturday afternoon tonight. Tonight we're going to play in a pub called Schooners. Look at all the red hair, folks. Red hair, red hair, red hair, red hair. This is not random red hair. This is a red hair guy. Another red hair. There's 14 red hairs in a row. Either that or the 10 on this thing is... All right, Mary.
Yes?
Who are you?
Mary.
Mary, and why are you here?
To hear my cousin, Jim Harrington, play the accordion.
We're at the Schooner Inn at Donegal. You can see we're crammed, literally crammed, in a corner. There's Paul, the keyboard player, and there's Jim. We've been at Donegal all day, and then we're coming up. Here's Buddy on guitar. Wanda's got a hurt foot now. My goodness. And of course, the lifesaver, over there's Brian. Look at there, folks. A dangerous crowd. Family members, stuff like that. So it goes in. So here we are at Donegal, and the gig shall start shortly. And we can at least get...
Oh.
You can tell us.
Bonnie said no details. The day we spent at Ashford Castle.
Okay.
It was, can't even describe it, just wonderful. Yeah. I know what it feels like to be treated like a queen.
Our good friend Fiona right here now, and it's about 2:30 in the morning, and we are at Schooner's Pub in Donegal, in northwestern Ireland. A little bit harsh. The Irish accent to us is very beautiful, very musical, very, very musical. What is the opinion of the American accent to the Irish?
Have you ever asked a German that question?
No, I haven't.
Well, the Germans say that the Americans sound like, it's like rah, 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 rah. You know how we would take off a German and we would go, the German's like, hi, strike, strike, you know, this kind of way? Well, the Germans take off Americans like it's all rah, rah, it all kind of runs into the next word. You know. But I mean, we're all American these days for TV.
Well, so you've been around the world. What is your favorite accent?
American.
Really? Oh, get down. I love that.
So, Alex, what are you gonna do when you get out of school? When you get out of high school, what are you gonna do?
You mean immediately, or
besides going to military?
Or well, I'll write the great American novel.
Yeah, and what's that gonna be
right
about?
there? It'll be about Kate.
Kate Harrington.
Mm-hmm.
And what's Kate gonna do?
I don't really know yet.
Oh, it hadn't got to that point, huh? Kate, what are you going to do in the Great American Novel?
That's for Alex to decide.
Oh, okay. All right. So who are you?
Beverly.
Beverly who?
Walsh.
And what are you doing over here?
Living in the castle.
Yeah, how is it in the castle?
It's a little cold at night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The heating system's not very good?
No.
Yeah.
It's kind of broken at the moment, so.
Yeah. So what about that roof on the house over there? What's the deal? You getting insurance money on that or anything? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of insurance do you have?
Yeah, Irish permanent.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you do for a living?
I own people's land and charge them rent and take all their food.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. How long have you been doing this?
My whole life.
Yeah, whole life. Yeah. So you got a family or anything? Or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What about them?
What about them?
Yeah. What about them?
Well, they're Walshes.
The Walshes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They live with me in the castle.
Yeah. So, and who is this? Like your mom and dad and stuff? Or?
Yeah, mom and dad and grandma and grandpa and other grandma and grandpa, you know, all of them.
You don't have a bratty
whole
little
clan.
brother, do you? Oh, there you are, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's here.
Yeah, so what do you do for punishment for him when he misbehaves?
Well, see that tower? Sometimes we tie rope around his feet and hang him upside down until he obeys, and then we take him down. Sometimes, you know, it takes a while. So.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And your parents, do you take care of them, or you just sort of like let them hang out? How old are they? 100, 120 now?
Yeah, I let them hang out, you know. They can do whatever. They're free to roam.
Is there an elevator in that castle?
No.
Getting one installed.
We're thinking about an escalator soon.
Yeah.
But no, not an elevator.
Do they make escalators out of rock over here, or are they just like out of metal, or what?
Pebbles.
Pebbles.
Yeah, they glue them together.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks a lot. Yeah, it's good.
Anytime. No.
So we're moving along the Donegal River, or whatever this thing's called, and how could you have this much water and that little water pressure in the showers? That's what I've been trying to figure out over here. I don't know. Daniel, you know the answer to that question?
No clue.
No clue. So this is the famous Walsh Walk Across Ireland. They're going there just like they did in the early 1600s. There they go. Everywhere you go, they're Walshes, just like this.
Okay, now we need.
I hope you never have to be that old.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Happy anniversary to you.
Happy anniversary to you.
Happy anniversary, dear
Wanda and the rest of the world.
Happy anniversary to you.
Is the brother-in-law of a woman that we know in Waynesboro, and his name is Joe O'Connor. And we met him, and he invited us to his house. And he himself wasn't the highlight, but my realization that I can understand, because this man talked very fast, and he used a ton of slag, and he was slagging me all night. In other words, slang. And I found that I could understand his language, and I also knew the slang that he was using, and to me that was a real victory. So Joe, although a great guy, fun guy, he himself wasn't the highlight of the trip, but the fact that I've been over here enough, and I've listened to the accent enough, and I've heard the slang enough, that I actually had 2 days with this guy where I understood everything he said, and it was contrasted by Barb's inability to understand anything the guy said.
Different ones. I think musical highlight was probably Listowel, I think, for concert environment. The pub gig last night here in Donegal was certainly a cultural experience. I don't know, musically it was good, but culturally it was quite an experience. A giant frat party.
Well, let's. I think the best part of the trip was the first day. We, I can't even remember where we went.
It's whatever music is out in your teenage years that you will carry with you for the rest of your life, because it's the memory of the wild, impetuous, growing teenage part of you. So somebody who's a teenager in the 70s will think that punk was the greatest thing ever. Somebody who's a teenage going through their teenage years in the 80s will reckon that Michael Jackson and Beat was what it's all about. Somebody going through their teenage years in the 90s, it's going to be dance music. And when they're 60 years of age, they'll still say that, well, dance music would really be my favorite. Yeah. You know, it's whatever was the music when you're a teenager, in that fabulous period that you can never go back to, never recapture, you know, that you make every minute of it live, you know. And someday you'll get to 101, you'll sit in your rocking chair and you'll say, wow, was that some magic 10 years.
How's that ice cream cake?
Look at Richard and giggle, it's so cute.
Seriously, how's the ice cream? Seriously. Seriously, now, come on, seriously, Kate. How is the ice cream?
Sorry, it's terrible.
We're in a restaurant that is called Supermax, and it is modeled after an American McDonald's hamburgers place. And the hamburgers are good. The fish sandwich, good. Chips, good. Chicken, good. Coffee, bad. Ice cream, bad. So, the moral of the story is, if you want a burger, come in here. If you want a chicken sandwich, come in here. If you want a fish sandwich, come in here. If you want a veggie burger, come in here. However, if what you want is a cup of coffee and or an ice cream cone, pray, go somewhere else.
My shoulder here are the cliffs of my hair. Right on the edge you can see them, and I'll get a good zoom in on it in a minute. But this is also in Lahinch. The golf course is over to my left, and there are guys standing up on the hill, and you can obviously see when you're looking out at the golf course on some of these holes. Pretty spectacular view of the Atlantic Ocean. Heading out here, Virginia is that way, I think. Anyway, so we're at Lahinch. It's 3 o'clock on my last day here. It's July the 3rd. I'm heading back to Ennis to buy presents. So let's head that way. Look up there, baby. Tiger Woods, ladies and gentlemen. Where did you meet Jim? Where exactly the first time you ever saw him?
The very first time that we ever met, I was sitting on the ground next to my date at an outdoor concert at our college, and friends had sat beside us, and Jim came up to talk to them, and we got introduced, and I knew right then.
He was the man?
He was the one. I can still picture it.
I marked her for later.
Say it again.
Marked her for later.
I marked her for later. I ear tagged her.
Ear tag. Describe the wedding dress to me in Alabama terms.
Well, I tell you, it was made of cotton batiste, and it had pin tucks all the way down. It was actually a Mexican style, and it had about 12-inch deep lace that ended in handkerchief points all across the bottom. It had a square neckline lined with the beautiful lace.